So I was reading your draft of Grandmother's memoirs. You had a unique connection with her. I mean, she probably opened up to you more than anyone in the family.
I don't think Lila was dishonest with anyone.
And I have to say I'm a little jealous, because I know I'll never have the chance to know her the way you did.
Well, in all my talks with her, she loved her family the most. Oh.
Wait, go ahead, take that out.
I'm going to set this
Yeah,
down.
set that down.
Okay. I cannot believe you're working Felicia like that.
Grandmother definitely chose Felicia to judge this contest, I'm sure of it.
Fine, well, back off before she realizes that you will have an ulterior motive and she disqualifies you.
Lois? Not necessarily.
Will you trust me for once? This is a very bad idea. What's a bad idea?
You failed, Tracy. Alan and I are still in the running for Lila's estate.
You forged the letters that eliminated us. That's fraud.
I did not. And the two of you are just bitter because you were deemed unworthy.
Heather found a box of your mother's stationery in the back of your car.
Because she planted it there. She is an opportunistic gold digger.
I don't like you talking about her that way. She's a valued friend also.
Who's trying to cheat on your behalf. We have absolutely no reason to believe that the two of you were eliminated unfairly.
We have absolutely no idea who the judge is, so how do we know what's right and what's wrong?
And the truth is, none of us are capable of living up to Mother's standards.
Come to think of it, Lila probably planned it this way, so we'd all be eliminated fair and square.
You know something? Maybe she wanted the money to go to charity.
Over my dead body.
Ned and I were just talking shop about the girl power competition.
Georgie's very excited about the chance to compete on TV.
Yeah, well, Ned thinks I should yank the girls out of the contest. Thinks it's too commercial for Brooklyn. That we should focus on her solo career and allow her to develop her own style.
Mm-hmm. And I'm entitled to my opinion.
True. You are very smart about some things and just as dense about others. It's very nice to see you, Felicia, and thank you for taking such good care of my girl.
Sure. Hey, have a seat.
You butting heads again?
You know what it's like to work closely with an ex.
Well, we have to do what we have to do for our kids. Nothing matters more than family.
Mm-hmm. Even when they drive you crazy. For instance, my grandmother made an unusual provision in her will.
Provision?
The family member who, for 30 days, shows only virtue and not vice will inherit her personal fortune.
Sounds creative.
And anyone who acts in a way that my grandmother would find unbecoming gets a letter eliminating them from the competition as an heir.
Why are you telling me this?
Well, I suspect that one of my family members is trying to rig the outcome, and I want to hire you to help me find out who it is.
I don't think I'll have time to take that case.
Not even for my grandmother? I mean, I don't really care about the inheritance. I just really want to honor Lila's final wishes. I mean, the money should go to whoever's most deserving.
I agree.
Your dad is convinced that Felicia is the one deciding who inherits Lila's money.
Mm-hmm. And now I have the proof, thanks to my intrepid daughter.
So isn't fighting over the inheritance exactly the opposite of what she wanted?
Hello, my point exactly.
Honey, Lila was trying to be fair. She didn't want to disinherit anybody. But she also knew that most of the family was undeserving of the money.
So this whole inheritance contest is a nice way to cut people out of the will?
That's the basic idea, yes.
Okay, so now that you know that Felicia's the judge, what are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna show her just how virtuous I can be.
The judge is looking for a reason to eliminate all of us. If none of us is virtuous enough to inherit, the money will probably go to charity, and you can bet your bottom dollar that the mysterious judge is going to take a cut.
Well, would that really be so bad?
You and Alan have already been eliminated, so it doesn't matter to you, but Daddy, you and I still have a chance.
You know what, Tracy? None of this makes any sense. Monica and I were eliminated because we formed an alliance, which is exactly what you and Father are doing.
Yeah. So why hasn't the all-knowing judge figured out that you two are in cahoots?
Possibly because one person cannot monitor the entire family.
Unless there's surveillance in the house.
Well, why don't we take a moment and just have some peace here? Maybe even turn on some music.
Music?
Something uplifting.
Something loud.
I'll go to the fireplace. You do this.
So much for the all-knowing judge.
You're not doing yourselves any favors by antagonizing the judge.
Well, I'm glad the camera is gone.
I think they call that cheating.
Who cares? If the letters were real, Monica and I have nothing to lose.
Grandmother was very specific about her instructions.
I doubt if she intended to have the family under video surveillance.
I'm not afraid of any judge. Alan, would you do the honors?
Excuse me? Destroying the camera won't change anything.
What are you doing here?
There are cameras all over the house and grounds.
Excuse me, I'm not clear.
Isn't it obvious?
Yes, it's true. Lila chose me to be your judge.
Father hired you to decide which of us would inherit?
It makes sense if you think about it.
She wrote Lila's memoir. She'd have insight into her intentions.
Which means that you and Alan were properly eliminated. I told you the letters were authentic.
It's true.
Lila asked me to visit her a couple of months ago. She insisted on her idea to award the estate to the most virtuous Quartermain.
And you naturally volunteered to judge. How much is she paying you? $1 million?
No, in fact, I tried to talk her out of it.
Go on.
I think it kind of came down to her disappointment with the family's greed and infighting. She felt that the motivation was all about money. And she thought this would bring out the best in the family.
It hasn't.
But this contest isn't over, and I intend to honor Lila's wishes.
This gets more and more bizarre by the minute.
Yes, and it will. Edward, this is for you.
To the loved ones of Lila Quartermain.
Say goodnight, Daddy.
Goes to Ned.
You eliminated me?
You ask your daughter to go through my desk. Lila would most definitely not approve.